Good afternoon, everybody. What we'd like to do here, this is Pat's Day. I'd like to welcome his family here to Kansas City, Missouri. I'd like to welcome you. With that being said, I'd like to introduce our first-round pick in 2017, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Stage is yours.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Yeah. First off, I just want to say thank you to the Kansas City Chiefs organization for making my dream come true. Plan on coming here working hard as I can to become the best teammate possible. And thank you, God, for providing me this opportunity as well. And really, I'm just happy. That's all I can say. I was super excited. And like I said again, just thank you to everybody that was a part of this journey.
Questions? DJ.
What do you remember from your visit here? What were the things that just stood out to you about the time that you were spending? I know you said about 6 hours, but what stood out to you during your time?
Yeah, definitely just the relationships among the people in the building. You could tell it was a real team. Everybody loved each other. And, I mean, that's what you want to be a part of. You're going to be a part of somewhere where everybody gets along, everybody's trying to make each other better. It's just friendly competition.
What were your expectations about where you thought you might go in the draft? What was Lee telling you, or what did you think the possibilities about where you were going to be drafted?
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was a good chance I could go in the first round. Didn't know it was going to be as high as it was, but, I mean, just keeping my mind open for everything. You know, I really was just sitting with my family, enjoying the moment, and when it happened, you can't describe the feeling.
Did you feel like the Chiefs showed more interest than other teams, or a similar amount of interest, or were you surprised by that selection?
No, I definitely knew coaches were interested. I knew the Chiefs were interested, and, I mean, it's a place I wanted to be at, so I was extremely excited whenever it did happen.
You said last night, your college coaches said, your agent has said that Chiefs would be a good spot for you. Why did you feel that way? Why did they feel that way?
Yeah, with Coach Reed, and you know how well he coaches quarterbacks, and plus just the organization and how well it's been run for the past years. I mean, you know, you're coming to a spot where you're gonna get coached well, and you're gonna get the best out of you, and your team's gonna be a great team.
What do you know about Andy's reputation for developing quarterbacks?
I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, you watch the guys he's been with, Brett Favre, Donovan McNabb, just to name a few. I mean, just the guys that have really developed and become great quarterbacks in the league, and it's a coach that you want to be with.
Pat, the Chiefs didn't just pick you in the first round. They moved up 17 spots to get you. That shows a bit of desire. How does that make you feel knowing that they have that kind of high an interest in attaining you?
Yeah, I mean, it makes you feel great. It makes you feel like they really believe in you, really believe in your abilities, and they believe in you more as a person, and they know that you're going to come in and just work hard as you can just to contribute to the team in any way possible.
What are the challenges with being a quarterback but not getting to start? So they've said that you're in a developmental part, at least here in the early going. How hard is it to work on all that stuff but not actually get to play the game?
I mean, it's just going to be about me coming in and working hard as I can. There's not really, as a quarterback, I mean, your job is to come in and just contribute to the team any way possible. If that's just getting great practice reps, helping the team whatever way you can, and that's the thing I'm going to try to come in here and do. And I mean, that's the thing that you got to do as a quarterback.
How does your father's influence in terms of being a professional athlete radiate with you? What is it that's done for you, and what you know about what's ahead?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely just the advice that he gives me, just gives me advice about how he transitioned to becoming a pro athlete and the work you have to actually put into it. Not a lot of people see that when you're growing up. You don't get to see the people who have to really work hard and to become as good as they are. And so me seeing that at a young age and as I've grown up is told me that I have to work just as hard as they do if I want to get to that level.
And how vivid are your memories of being out on the field with him or being in clubhouses with him and things like that? And is that sort of part of what prepares you for this? Yeah, definitely, especially seeing those superstar players. I mean, to me, my favorite player when I grew up was Alex Rodriguez, and I remember when he was on the Rangers playing with Alex and how hard Alex worked. That really stuck with me, just seeing him hit on the tee for hours. And you think, man, you're hitting home runs every single game. Why are you hitting on the tee for 2 or 3 hours? I mean, that's the stuff you see and you remember as a kid, and it sticks with you. Was your dad disappointed when you picked football over baseball?
Nah, he wasn't at all. My mom, my dad, they've been great about just really being open-minded to whatever I do. Whatever you do, they say, just be the best you can be at it. And so they've always left it up to me, and so they've never been disappointed at anything.
We know you came on visits here before we talked a bit about that last night, but now that you're officially chief, you're going to be living here. What have you made of the city? What do you know about the city so far?
I know there's some great barbecue here. No, but it's a city where the fan base loves football, loves Kansas City Chiefs, and that's what you want to be a part of. You want to be a part of a city that's just all in for you and your team. And so, you really want to just, be the best person you could be for the city.
Pat, I'm curious whether Alex Smith is contacted.
Yes, I talked to Alex. Alex, you can just tell he's a great guy, and I've heard great things about him. And we had a great conversation.
What did he say to you?
Yeah, he just told me to just come in and work hard as you can. He told me that, he's going to be there in my corner as well. He's going to try to teach me as I go. And, that's just the type of guy he is. He's a great leader. He'll be a great teammate and a great quarterback.
A lot of guys come in as a first-round pick. There's a lot of pressure on them. You're not going to be the starter right away. You feel a little less pressure, especially given the fact that you're a top 10 pick?
I feel like there shouldn't be that much pressure anyways. For me, it's all about working hard, doing what you've been doing to get here, and then just taking your game to the next level. And, that's from the film room, that's to the practice field, and, anything I can do to make myself better every single day.
Patrick, you spoke last night about you had some control over the offense at Texas Tech. Could you elaborate on that, and did that grow as as your career grew in Lubbock?
Yeah, definitely. Coach Kingsbury tried to help me out early, helping call the offense and kind of transitioning me into it. But as I got to my sophomore and junior year there, he really let me have full control of changing plays. I could change some protections if I wanted to. I could change any route for any receiver or change it from run to pass. He let me control that offense, and I feel like it helped me a ton, especially as I transition into the NFL. I know there's still going to be a lot to learn, a lot that I have to work on, but at the same time, I feel like that helped a lot more of me having that control.
How about the things that you need to work on and to learn? What are the specifics to you technique-wise that you want to focus on?
Just all mechanics. You got to really focus on your footwork, getting through your throws and all that type of stuff. You got to really drive that. You got to be on time when your throws. And then just the mental part, you got to dive into that playbook. You got to really make sure you know what's going on in the entire offense. And that's a big part that I have to really take as the thing that I got to go at.
Have you looked at the playbook yet?
I have not yet, but I plan to. Is whenever I can start getting into it, I plan to. Really dive into it.
This is John, coaches. What do you see from his background with basketball and baseball? How do you see that when you evaluate on the field as being a benefit to having a guy who's played multiple sports? How does that translate?
Well, me personally, as I look at this, the more sports you can play, I really think that helps when you make the transition into whatever sport you're going to choose. It's the mechanics of the body, the coordination, the balance, the quickness. They all kind of interact with each other, and it makes you a better player, whatever sport you do choose.
Andy, obviously Pat can be here for the rookie camp coming up, but at what point can he be here for good? Is there a date?
Yeah, he'll come for the rookie camp, and then he'll go home for a week, and then he'll be back.
One of your special traits you kind of read up on is the fact that you can throw the football very fast. It's down the timeline at 60 miles an hour, then you're on NFL Network, you hit 62. At what stage of your life did you start to realize, this is a very special thing that I can do, and it's going to lead me to more opportunities?
Yeah, I think it was when I was just a little kid. I remember playing T-ball, and I was at shortstop, and they handed me a ground ball, and I was younger than everybody else. And I threw the ball, and I hit the kid straight in the face. And I realized that I'm throwing a little bit harder than these other kids. I got to kind of slow it down. So that's probably when I realized it. I think I was 5, and I was playing with kids that were like 6 and 7. So I thought everybody could catch then. I thought it was a normal thing, but that's when I realized I had to.
His nose broken, right?
I know his glasses were. I don't know about his nose.
Along those lines, I think I read somewhere that your mom said that all you ever did was throw, like from the minute you could start throwing. Do you know what you know about that?
Yeah, they've told me stories. I can't remember all of it, but when I was younger, I always wanted to be playing sports. I always wanted to be doing something. I remember my dad and my mom always tell me that they'd be half asleep and I'd be just sitting up and they'd have to throw it back and I'd hit it and I'd run around the room, get the ball, give it back to them, they'd throw it again, and that's just how I was when I was younger.
Patrick, who are some of the quarterbacks that have influenced you as you continue this journey?
Yeah, some of the guys I've talked to, I talked to Drew Brees a little bit about what he has done. I've talked to Paxton Lynch this last year. I know him, and I know what helped him transition. He told me what I need to really work on. And then guys I've watched, the Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger, I've really tried to take parts of everybody's game and make it my own. But at the same time, I like to listen to advice of older guys and see how they help them transition.
When I talked to you at the Super Bowl, we talked a lot about the verbiage. Obviously, that's the plan. But you you've had long play calls in that offense at Texas Tech, you just never had to spit them out. So I'm wondering, like, in your free time, did you ever like practice spitting some of that stuff out? Did you ever like practice saying some of those calls if you got to a point where you had to?
I mean, it was more when I was younger, when I had to really go in the mirror and talk about that type of stuff. But when as I got older, I started learning it and doing the nonverbal stuff, so it was kind of just stuck in my head. So going into a new playbook, I'll probably be in front of a mirror talking to myself a lot.
Patrick, there's always talk about air raid guys and how they transition to the league, and success they've had. What makes you confident that you're going to be a guy who bucks that trend and is going to come from that spread system, that shotgun system, and have success as an NFL quarterback?
First off, just how much control I had of the offense there. I feel like a lot of air raid quarterbacks haven't had that before, so that's definitely going to help the transition a little bit. And then just with coaching, with the coaches that the Kansas City Chiefs has, Coach Reed and Coach Nagy, and those guys, they'll help me a lot, and they'll really push me to be the best quarterback I can possibly be, and that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help.
A lot of times those systems, they're one read or it's kind of a set throw. Did you do more progressions, under Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff did you do for them?
Yeah, it was a ton of progression reads. That was probably 80% of our offense was progression, full field reads. So, just like I said, he prepared me well, and better than quarterbacks in the past have been prepared. So I feel like that'll help out a ton.
Couple more guys.
Pat, you were number 5 in high school and number 5 in Texas Tech. That's Cairo Santos' number right now. Do you already reach out to him to see what you might have to do to be able to get a hold of that number 5?
Not really. I'm thinking of a number to get here soon. So we'll see. I'll try to find my own number that I can kind of just get and be a part of the team.
Patrick, what do you know about the Chiefs wide receivers and any one of them in particular, like Tyreek Hill and Tyreek to work with?
Yeah, I mean, as a group, just the whole group, I mean, there's a lot of explosion, a lot of guys that can catch the ball. So you're just excited to get receivers like that you can throw to. And, I mean, they're great tight ends, great receivers, great running back. I mean, great O-line, great offense just in whole.
Correct. Pat, you see you throw the deep ball. I'm curious, what are your favorite routes to throw? What are your favorite balls?
For me, my favorite ones are the digs, the post, and probably the go. But I like throwing them all. Doing whatever's open, just trying to take it and move the chains.
What do you like about throwing routes?
I mean, just the opportunities to throw the ball downfield and score is always awesome.
Show off the gun.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, stand
Okay.
up. Yep. Oh, okay.
Everybody good? All right, now, Coach and John, you guys can roll. Patrick, you just hold it by yourself for just a second. If anybody wants to catch Coach and John before they head back to the draft room, just say what now. Clark? Good. All right, now family. Couple more here. This way, a little bit more. Oh, I got you. That's fine. All right, does anybody, you guys want me to take one for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Cover down on
Okay.
And then see if you'll take everybody to the cap.
Dad.
Yeah, sure.
Pat.
No, okay, all right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.